Hello everyone, this is your weekly dose of Celeste.
Last week, some massive mods were previewed and released, such as the Stiff birthday collab, a really awesome collab made for the player Stiff as a birthday gift. This collab was hosted by Kiesel and Yeet the Table, with contributions from the mappers listed here, as well as assets made by these people. The collab consists of 8 maps, the difficulty of which range from Expert to Red Grandmaster, which means it can prove to be quite a challenge at times. However, I do still recommend that you give it a go, as the host has done an incredible job at putting together the whole collab. Another major collab that was released this week was the Bits and Pieces collab. This collab had been in the works for the last 2 years, which led many people to joke about how it would never be released. The collab contains over 20 maps of varying difficulty, with over 70 red berries and a bunch of secrets for you to find. There was also a preview released for a collab called the Crossover collab. The theme of this collab is that all the maps take visual, gameplay and story inspiration from other games like Terraria, A Hat in Time or even Portal. The artists and coders for the collab have also made custom assets for like the doors from Super Paper Mario, which are now released to the public, packaged in a shareware mod on Game Banana. Some of these maps look like they just straight up turned Celeste into a completely different game. They are still looking for extra mappers, artists and coders to help make the collab happen. So if you are interested in helping make this insane collab happen, there is a link to the application form in the description.
Hey, I thought spikes were supposed to kill you.
I'm gonna do it first try, watch. Oh my god.
In other news, the player Cameron C became the first person to clear the map Penumbra on controller. What makes this more impressive than the previous 2 clears is that it's generally far harder to do speed gameplay on a controller due to low precision allowed by the controls. Massive congratulations to Cameron C and all the other victors. There was also an insane new strategy for the Mirror Temple B-side found by Yujene that managed to save a lot of time in a speedrun, and what it involves is this. If you've watched any speedrun of Celeste, then the strategy that has been adopted for a while was known as Bob's Drop, where you go into this above screen and drop back down by executing a jump within a 2-frame window. This allows you to retry, putting you at the nearest exit to the room. Now, while this strat already saved nearly 30 seconds, it was still quite slow to perform despite how much it was optimized. That was until this new strategy that was found, which saves around 4 seconds in a normal run, as it skips a lot of movement in the room as well as the fall back into the previous room. Massive shoutouts to Eugene for finding this and labbing it to make it both easier and faster.
Holy shit.
Lastly, player Universe Cat just completed a segmented speedrun of all B-sides, where she was able to retry each room as many times as she wanted without being penalised for time. What makes this speedrun unique is that Uni only used 7 grabs, the minimum number required. Now, Uni already has a long history with Celeste grabless, having previously done a speedrun of 100% of the game in just 16 grabs, taking nearly 3 weeks to do due to spinners deloading being required to save grabs. She's also contributed immensely to the strat finding for grabless, having found a huge amount of strats required for this run. The segmented all B-sides run consists of insane task level precise strats using pause buffers in a lot of places to be able to perform inhuman inputs to minimize grabs used. The video on Uni's channel goes way more in depth than I can in this video, so I strongly recommend watching the original video. The link to it is in the description.
Thank you.
Become a channel member to have your name listed here, as well as some other perks, and be sure to join my Discord server to submit your clips. Anyway, that's all from me. Goodbye for now.